Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up not too long ago, and this was the closest thing I had to orange juice in the house. So yay, breakfast. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, oh yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? What happens to be my cold shirt, specifically my Cold Army shirt. If you're unfamiliar with the band Cold, they are a band that has been around in one form or another since, I believe, like the late 80s, actually. Like, they have a much longer history than a lot of people realize. Originally, they started out as a band called Grundig, and, that was kind of their run for their early incarnation. Eventually, they, went over there, changed over to the Cold moniker, really sort of hit their biggest stride in sort of the late 90s, early 2000s, kind of that new metal period. They benefited from the fact that they were associated with, Limp Bizkit, and obviously they were a huge band at that time, still are now, but, so, they got a little bit of a rub. I got into them around that time, and I've been a big fan ever since. I've seen them perform live a bunch of times now. I actually have videos of said performances on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're an incredible band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I just woke up maybe about an hour ago. You can probably tell I'm still a little bit groggy and stuff, Still trying to kick some of the stuff out of my throat and everything. And, a lot of times, when I have it in the house, if I've got something nice and citrusy to go over there and wash down when I first wake up, that's what I like to do. But I didn't really have anything like that. But I did have an opportunity for a review. It's boom! It's a big-ass thing of orange soda. Specifically, this is the Signature Select brand orange soda. And Signature Select is the in-house brand of a run of local supermarkets in Illinois called Jewel. What with that being the case, them being a local establishment, this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just Illinois-specific spots. But, let's go ahead, let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this one. And yeah, this also continues on a series that I've been doing for a couple months now. Basically going over there and trying out like different in-house brand sodas, sort of comparing the value of, the knockoff versus the real deal taste and, all that good stuff. So, let's give it a go. I do not think I've ever had Signature Select orange soda, insofar as I'm aware. But I have reviewed a number of their other flavors. Smells okay. Let's give it a go. Okay. That's not a bad orange soda, honestly. And I'm not really that surprised by that, because one thing that I've learned through doing these sort of bootleg soda reviews is the fact that out of all the brands that I've tried, in terms of consistency, Signature Select, I think, has been the best by far. I don't think I've had one from them that I, didn't like or, was like hugely disappointed in. But I am, however, frequently surprised at like just how solid their soda really tastes. Like, it really doesn't taste like a knockoff or like a budget soda. It tastes like just a different brand of soda. Whereas, and what I mean by that is, there's a lot of these like budget sodas, these in-store brands that they're cheap, but they also taste cheap. right? And, even if you were to put them out on, just everyday shelves, gas stations, what have you, uh, yeah, I think people would catch on pretty quick that they're just a cheap, shitty alternative. Signature Select, I genuinely think if you were to go over there and just put it out widespread, it would just be perceived as being, just another brand of soda instead of distinctly a budget brand. And that definitely continues on with their orange soda. It's actually really nice. Reminds me, I would say the orange soda that it's closest to that I can, sort of offhand would be Orange Crush. Definitely doesn't have like a Fanta flavor or like a sun-kissed kind of thing. Has, yeah, definitely closest to Crush, but it has a nice full flavor. One thing that I've always mentioned with the Signature Select stuff, I like the way that they drink. They don't taste like a thin soda. Like there's a fulfilling experience while you're drinking them. So I really appreciate that. And then just like the actual orange soda flavor itself, it tastes like a nice orange soda. A little bit on the, I'm not going to say it's like an overly sweet orange soda, but definitely on the, slightly sweeter side versus, more of a citrusy kind of tartness, which, some orange sodas do go that route. But it tastes really nice. Has a nice kind of vibrant orange soda sort of feel to it. The If I had any criticism, the aftertaste is kind of love it or hate it, because that's where it sort of takes on more of a slight tartness to it, and it almost kind of, and I've had other orange sodas have done this, where they almost seem to incorporate like an aspect of like sort of like the rind, like a slight bitterness, and that's kind of what I feel like you get at the end. Like, it's a nice sweet orange soda, and then sort of at the end, I guess to maybe try to create some contrast, there's again, it kind of takes on just a slight tartness and then just like an oh so slight bitterness. And it's not my favorite part of the whole thing, but I also don't mind it. It's, perfectly live withable. But yeah, I would say with the exception of the aftertaste being a little bit, the rest of it's honestly pretty dang good. But all that said, two questions have to be asked: would I get it again? Would I recommend it? um, sure and sure. Yeah, I think that when it comes to these like discount sodas and stuff like that, for me personally, it's always a thing of what is my not only does it taste good, but sort of what am I willing to let go? Because certain things, there's certain sodas and just certain flavors where it's like I need those to be there, and like even if I get a budget equivalent, budget equivalent where it might be still pretty good, I'm not willing to take the hit on it. Like Dr. Pepper, I need that Dr. Pepper. Like yeah, I'm willing to go with your Dr. Thunders or Dr. Dynamite or what the hell ever, but I want the Dr. Pepper, that full experience. With orange soda, I don't have that same like personal connection. Like I like orange soda just fine. This would not be my favorite orange soda by any stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, I could go over there and pick this up and be perfectly happy with it. Would I prefer a Fanta? Yeah, but not by leaps and bounds. This does a perfectly good job of being a tasty orange soda. It hits the notes that I need it to hit. If I'm recommending it though, I mean, it basically the same logic there. It's, if you're very specific about your orange soda, I mean, then obviously you have your own preferences. Do what you need to do. But I think for the majority of people, if you just want a decent orange soda and maybe you don't want to pay for, that name brand pricing, if you happen to live in Illinois and you've got a Jewel nearby, you have my full permission to go over there and grab yourself some orange Signature Select, because I think it works really well. I genuinely do. Like, there's really nothing about it that I would say is, anything particularly off-putting. Again, the worst thing about it is just a slight aftertaste thing, and honestly, I can perfectly get along with that. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there yourselves truly. Who loves orange soda? Brandon loves orange soda, but I love a lot of other sodas a lot more than orange soda. So I'll let Kel have that one. Fantastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, do you have a favorite orange soda? If you do, what do you think Kel of Keenan and Kel fame would have thought about it? Because my interpretation of his love of, of orange soda was that he was borderline, if not fully addicted to it. Like, I do not think that there was any true distinction between brands for him at that point. I think you probably could have gone over there and put some water, or gone over there and put some orange food coloring in some water and gave it to him. I doubt he would have known the difference at that point, because he just seemed to be so completely committed to it. But maybe I'm just reading way too deep into a very old show from when I was a kid. Bye!